While working in Oracle integration, you might come across a common scenario wherein if you are getting a string, something like this, for demonstration purpose, I'm considering a JSON input to the integration wherein I'm having one key and the value is nothing but it is the comma separated string. Suppose if you are getting a string which is separated by some delimiter, in this case it is the comma, and you want to split this into each node. That is, if you see in the response, I'm splitting test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever I'm getting as a comma separated value within the same key, that is the input one, I'm splitting it to the individual nodes over here or the elements. So I have created the array and have splitted each element which is separated by the comma over here and assigned to the output field. Suppose if you have similar requirement in your project wherein you have to convert the string into the node set, what it is called in XSLT terminology, or if a string has to be converted into an array item, then we will see how to do in this class. For demonstration purpose, I have created a simple integration wherein I have exposed my integration over the REST protocol, and in the input I am expecting some JSON payload. So this is just for demonstration, like how we can convert the string to a node set or the array. But in the actual use case, you might be having a similar requirement wherein you have to convert a string which you get from some database or from some API in some of the field, and you have to convert it to an array when you send it to a database, ORDS, or any of the APIs, or as per your business requirement. Our main intention is within the mapper, how we can make use of XSLT function within the mapper and convert the string to the array or the node set. I will straight away get into the mapper in the edit mode. I will quickly enable the XSLT and the developer mode. I will expand the request wrapper. In the input to this integration, I'm having couple of inputs over here, input 1, 2, 3 and one array. So we will consider one of the input arguments for demonstration. So we'll consider in the input 1, we will be getting the string which is separated by the delimiter, that is nothing but comma. And in the response, you should be having an array element which you created. In this case, I have created an item and then we are having one element, output 1. So each of the value which is separated by the comma, we will try to split and assign it to this output 1, so which is nothing but array. So if you see, items is an array and this is an object. Now in order to achieve this use case, what you have to do is you have to first of all drop the for loop, because we have to split the string and assign it to the object within this array. In order to achieve this, we have to use the for loop. Just drag and drop it over here. So it's not allowing. Let me just create the node first and then I will drop on top of items. Here what we have to do is we have to make use of one XSLT function which is nothing but create node. If you just search with this, so there is a typo over here and create node. So this is the one. Let me just expand. Create node set from delimited string. So we have to drag and drop it over here. So as soon as you drop it over here, it will be adding within the for each condition. Now, if you ask what is the syntax, what value we have to populate over here, in order to know, just click on this function over here. Oracle will give in details what it is expecting. The first argument is nothing but the queue name. So it should be like a local name and it should be having the resolution like a unique namespace. So this is the XML terminology. So this is how you have to create. So I will create one dummy over here within the quotes we have to give. So for this case, what we will do is we will give over here beenumlearning.com, and we can tell this is for some task or as per your use case, and we can tell this is some data. So this is some dummy you can give, but it should be unique within your XSLT. Next argument over here is the actual node or the element in the XML which will carry the comma or the delimited string. If you see over here, first is the local name and then we are having the actual data, and then we have to tell this string is separated by what kind of delimiter, like the comma, pipe delimiter, so and so forth. Now I will drag this, put it in the second argument, and I will tell my string is separated by the comma. So this is what we are looking for over here. Let me just validate. Done. Let me validate the mapper. Now we have added in the for loop, but we have nothing assigned over here in the output one. Now we are directly resolving to the input one. So whatever it is looping over here for loop, it will be available in the current element, that is in the for loop. In order to access the current element, what we can do is we can create the output node over here. Then what we have to do is we can drag and drop the XSLT construct over here from the output, that is the value of, that is I can just drag it over here, this thing. Yeah. Under the XSL constructor, you can see output and then you will see value of. Just drag and drop it over here on the output one. Now, if you just select this, we have to just tell dot over here. Just click on validate. Then you can verify the mapping what you have done by going to the code view over here. We have added the for loop and then we have made use of this create node set from delimiter-string. Then we have given a queue name, which is nothing but a unique namespace and the local name, followed by the node in which we are getting the input string, and then we are telling comma is our delimiter. As we are looping directly on the input one, so the current element data we are printing with this dot. So this is the syntax we have to use if we want to extract the current value within the for loop. So current element, it will put it over here in the output one. So let me just test this XSLT, go to the test. Let me generate some dummy data over here, click on the generate. We will remove the distractors from here. So in the request, I will remove everything as we have put the condition on the input one. I will tell test 1, test 2 and the test 3. Initially, we will have 3 values separated by the comma. Click on run. Now this will try to split the data, that is test 1, 2, 3, and it will assign to the separate nodes over here, that is in the output 1. Similarly, if I put the one more test 4, or I will give couple of more test cases or the value, click on run. Here if you see, it has split the data and created 2 more records within the items. So like this, we can split the string what we get over here, which is separated by the delimiter, in this case it's comma, and convert to the array or the node set. That is by using the very simple function, XSLT function, which is nothing but create node set from delimited string. In our next class, we will see the reverse case, in which in the input, if you are getting an array, how we can convert that to a string, which is separated by a delimiter.